You live with your body every single day. It wakes up with you, works with you, feels with you, gets sick with you, and keeps you alive. But there's an almost uncomfortable truth in all of that. Most of what your body does happens without you understanding any of it. While you're watching this video, your brain is making decisions before you even realize it. Your heart is adjusting its rhythm without asking permission. Your eyes are correcting flaws, your skin is renewing itself, your gut is communicating with your brain, and billions of cells are working in silence to keep you alive. And the weirdest part? Some of the most incredible things your body does sound like science fiction, except they're happening right now, inside you. Today, you're about to discover bizarre, strange, and fascinating facts about the human body that prove one thing. You're living inside a machine so complex that compared to it, even our best technology still looks primitive. We tend to treat our own bodies like something obvious. After all, they've always been here. Breathing feels normal. Seeing feels simple. Feeling hungry, cold, sleepy, afraid, happy, all of it feels so ordinary that we forget how miraculous every detail really is. But the moment you look a little closer, you realize the human body is an entire universe compressed into flesh, bone, electricity, and awareness. And maybe the strangest part is this. You spend your whole life inside it and still don't know even half of what's happening. In this video, I want to take you on a journey inside yourself. Not the basic version school showed you with a flat diagram of motionless organs, but a living, strange, intelligent, and even unsettling look at what's actually going on inside your body. Because once you learn these facts, there's a good chance you'll never look at yourself the same way again. Your body is constantly rebuilding itself. The first thing almost nobody stops to think about is that your body is not exactly the same body it was a few years ago. Sure, you're still you. Your identity is still here, your memories are still here, your appearance may look familiar. But underneath all that, your body is under constant renovation. Cells die, cells are born, tissues repair themselves. Entire parts of you are being replaced all the time without any announcement, without any noise, without any ceremony. Your skin, for example, is always renewing itself. That outer layer that seems solid and continuous is actually a field of silent goodbyes. Tiny fragments of skin are constantly being shed while new cells rise up to take their place. So even your idea of me is more dynamic than it seems. You are not a fixed structure. You are a process. And that's fascinating, because it means living is not just existing. Living is rebuilding yourself non-stop. Your brain tries to protect you even from reality. A lot of people believe they see the world exactly as it is, but the truth is much less comfortable. Your brain does not show you raw reality. It shows you an edited, organized, interpreted version of reality. That means everything you see, hear, and feel passes through filters. Your brain takes millions of chaotic pieces of information and turns them into something manageable. It cuts out excess, fills in gaps, predicts patterns, and even creates coherence where there may be none. That's why optical illusions work. Not because your eyes are bad, but because your brain is so efficient at predicting the world that sometimes it makes confident mistakes. In other words, you are not living by seeing the world itself. You are living by seeing your brain's translation of it. And maybe that explains a lot. Sometimes what scares us, what irritates us, and even what amazes us is not just out there in the world, but in the way our brain decided to assemble the puzzle. Your heart is not just a romantic symbol. For a long time, the heart was treated like a metaphor, the center of love, courage, emotional pain. But even without the poetry, the heart would still be astonishing all on its own. It works non-stop, no vacations, no weekends off, no chance to complain. From before you were born until this exact moment, it has been contracting, relaxing, pushing blood, and adjusting its rhythm to match what you need. If you run, it speeds up. If you sleep, it slows down. If you get startled, it responds in seconds. It is an unbelievably precise biological pump. And the most incredible part is that we only remember it when something goes wrong. As long as everything works, the heart stays invisible, humble, steady, constant, as if the most important job in the body were just routine. But it isn't routine. It's endurance. It's organic discipline. It's proof that your body supports your life with a level of dedication you almost never notice. Your gut influences your life more than you realize. One of the most surprising discoveries in recent years is this. The gut is not just where food finishes its journey. It is a powerful center of influence. There is an intense connection between the gut and the brain, so intense that many people call the gut the second brain. And that's not just a catchy phrase. Your mood, your energy, your immune system, and even part of how you feel can be influenced by what's happening down there. Billions of microorganisms live in your body, especially in your gut, and they take part in essential processes that help keep everything balanced. It's as if you're carrying an entire city inside you, full of invisible residents that affect your physical and mental health. That completely changes the way you see your own body, because you realize you are not just an isolated individual. You are an ecosystem, and that may be one of the most incredible truths about the human body. It's not just a machine. It is a delicate coexistence of systems, signals, organisms, and reactions that depend on one another so you can keep standing. Your pain is real, but it is also interpretation. Pain seems simple. Something hurt you, so it hurts. But it's not that simple. Pain is not just the damage. It is the brain's response to what it believes is a threat. That means pain is physical, yes, but it is also shaped by perception, context, memory, and protection. Your body can intensify pain to force you to stop. It can extend an alarm to keep you from making an injury worse. It can even respond differently to the same stimulus depending on your emotional state. That doesn't mean pain is all in your head or invented. Quite the opposite. It means pain is deeper than it looks. Pain is a language, a demand for attention, an alarm that mixes biology with experience, and understanding that changes how we look at what the body suffers. Not everything is weakness. Not everything is exaggeration. Sometimes it's just the body trying to survive the best way it knows how. You are full of electricity. When we think of electricity, we think of wires, outlets, machines, storms. But the truth is, your body also runs on electrical impulses all the time. Your brain communicates through electrochemical signals. Your neurons fire messages at incredible speeds. Your muscles obey commands based on those impulses. Even your heartbeat depends on organized electrical conduction. In other words, you are biology, but you are also current. You think through impulses. You move through signals. You react because millions of electrical commands are being sent and interpreted in fractions of a second. It's strange to think about, because it breaks the image of the body as something purely mechanical. The body is not just structure, it is flow. Maybe that's why life feels so mysterious. Because behind something as simple as raising your arm or getting chills, there is a silent storm happening across a network. Your nose can get used to a smell and basically turn it off. You know when you walk into a place with a really strong smell, and a few minutes later it feels like it disappeared? It didn't disappear. Your brain decided to ignore it. That happens because the body conserves attention. If a stimulus seems constant and doesn't represent immediate danger, the brain lowers its priority. It's like your brain says, "Got it, we've processed that. Let's focus on something else now." That applies to smells, background sounds, and even certain physical sensations. Your body does not just want to detect the world. It wants to choose what deserves your attention. And that reveals something really important about survival. Paying attention to everything would be unbearable. The secret is not to notice everything. The secret is to filter. The problem is that sometimes the same thing happens in life. We get used to whatever is always there, our own body, our own health, the privilege of being alive. We only notice the value when it's missing. You have reflexes that act before you are aware of them. There is something almost unsettling about the fact that your body can make decisions before it tells you. When you touch something very hot and yank your hand away, that movement often happens before you consciously process what just happened. That's because some reflexes are too fast to wait for awareness. Your body understands that in some situations, thinking too long would be dangerous. So it shortens the path. It acts first. It explains later. That shows that the intelligence of the body goes far beyond what you call thought. There is automatic wisdom living inside you, defense strategies installed in your system, biological protocols refined through millions of years of survival. Your body is not just obeying your mind. In many moments, it is protecting you despite how slow you are to understand what's happening. You feel emotions throughout your entire body. We tend to place emotions in the mind or the heart, but the truth is they take over the whole body. Anxiety tightens the chest, fear interrupts breathing, embarrassment heats up the face, sadness weighs down the shoulders, joy energizes the body, desire scrambles the stomach. Emotions are not abstract ideas floating in the mind. They are full-body experiences. That explains why you can't completely separate mind and body. When your mind suffers, your body feels it. When your body gets sick, your mind responds. The two are in constant conversation. Maybe one of modern life's biggest mistakes has been treating human beings like separate compartments, as if reason, flesh, emotion, and instinct were not deeply intertwined every second. Your body records your story. It reacts to your memories. It carries tension, trauma, habits, pleasure, and fear. You do not just have a body, you happen inside it. Your body is better at keeping you alive than keeping you comfortable. This may be one of the most important facts of all. Your body was not designed to make you happy every second. It was shaped to keep you alive. That's why it conserves energy. That's why it creates cravings. That's why it triggers fear. That's why it makes you feel hunger, thirst, sleepiness, pain, and exhaustion. Not everything the body does feels good. But many of those sensations exist because, on some level, they increase your chances of continuing to exist. Your body is ancient. It carries mechanisms developed for environments very different from the modern world. It still responds to modern threats with ancient alarm systems. And understanding that gives you a powerful perspective. Many times, what you call a flaw is just a survival system trying to operate in a context that changed too fast. At the end of the day, maybe the most amazing fact about the human body is this. It is doing extraordinary things right now, and you don't even notice. Your blood is circulating. Your brain is interpreting words. Your lungs are expanding. Your nervous system is transmitting signals. Your entire body is, at this exact moment, fighting silently to keep you here. And that should make us more humble. Because the truth is, you know almost nothing about your own body. And at the same time, you depend on it for absolutely everything. So the next time you take a deep breath, feel your heart beat, or simply open your eyes in the morning, maybe you'll realize that being alive is not ordinary. It's astonishing. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because here we take things that seem normal and turn them into discoveries that change the way you see the world. And after this video, one thing is certain. You may still be living in the same body, but you will never look at it the same way again.